Well, time to hope I don't get woken up rudely in the middle of the night again. Oh, thankfully I did not. If you hope for something and you do a good enough job at hoping for that something, maybe sometimes you get what you ask for, and other times you get the exact opposite. In this house, it's very easy to have everything go wrong. Nothing's gone wrong yet, but something will. It just takes a while. The walls I've been trying to build around this house mean nothing since they are just going to be incomplete. Just gonna ignore certain parts of this build just so I can live my life. Because if I don't ignore some of this, I'm going to go crazy. I may actually go insane. I'm just gonna fill in the parts that are already holes in the ground, and if I have some left that would be great, but I don't think I really will. And that's unfortunate. I just want to build a house. A nice house. Maybe even a great house. If I can be allowed that for once in my life. I just want to... I hate misplacing blocks. It brings me severe physical pain each time I misplace a block. I just want... oh. These windows are just gonna have to stay looking unfortunate. I can't do anything to help them. It's just going to be a fact of those windows' lives. They're just gonna look unfortunate for the rest of their existence. And there's nothing I can do to help them. Why do I keep misplacing blocks? I despise this. I just want to live my life, maybe even my best life, all things considered. We don't even have enough of, any material to make a roof. No matter how vague of a plan I may have, I'm going to at least attempt to make everyone believe I do have a plan. Totally thought out. I've thought out everything, I swear to you. Where would I put the enchantment room? I did not think any of this out. I can't even pretend I did. We have things. Just not a lot. And just not any good things. Time to find somewhere, anywhere with sand. Will I find sand? Who knows? I could just fall in a never-ending pit before I get sand. Speaking of... oh! Hey, there's a never-ending pit right there. I don't have a boat. It's dark over here. I don't have a shovel. What? I make all these decisions, and not a single one of them is a good one. Ever. I'm simply don't know what I'm going to find or how I'm going to know I found anything. But I am so great at making dumb decisions that why not showcase that to everyone right here, right now? I cannot see a single thing, not even if I wanted to. My house isn't even lit up. How am I even gonna find my house? I knew it was getting dark. Why did I do this? This is just a series of unfortunate events. I refuse to have my first death be drowning. This is not my house. I've been here before. Haven't I? If this is the village I've gone to before, then there will be a waystone somewhere. And if there's a waystone, I can simply go home. Oh? That was a bit disorienting, but it's fine. Oh, there's an arrow sticking out of me. How unfortunate. Oh my god, that's a zombie. My man's dropped iron? Oh my god. He didn't even get the chance. And he never will. Did I hear an Enderman? If that wasn't Enderman, I'm just going to ignore the sound. Just going to forget about it, because what else can I really do? There's nothing that can be done. Nothing that can save me. I can make doors. But doors can't save me. Not if my windows are just, like, non-open to the world. Gonna get me killed. Why does this always produce an uneven amount of doors? Always. These are just gonna have to do. Because if they don't, well, that's not an option. Not even on the list of options. These either have to work, or I will get myself killed. You know what? I'll be fine. I mean, like, who cares? Except for me. I care. Oh? Ominous, foreboding, and right next to my house. What more could you want out of a just hole in the ground? All of that, and I didn't make a shovel, like I had promised myself I would. Whatever. I don't need a shovel. I just need... Actually, I probably do need a shovel. Just to put in... I just want to put an end to my misery. But everything here is... nothing here is helping that. Nothing. That is sand. But that is not sand I can have, for he is underwater. Oh? That there is ominous as well. But for my mental stability, I'm going to elect to ignore that. I'll worry about that when I actually am capable of worrying about it. I have items. Not enough. But items are real. Sand. 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 I need more sand. I don't like sand, but it is a necessity to this entire operation. Without sand, we could not have windows. And without windows, well, mobs can just walk right on into my house without even a proper invitation. Kind of rude of them. I am always so lost at any given point in time. What are the villagers even doing? Why are there so many grindstones? They do not need that many grindstones. I feel like this is the correct direction to my house. Anywhere you have to avoid an ominous, mysterious pit is the right way. I think. I could just be getting more lost. Yeah, I think I'm just getting more lost. None of this looks familiar, actually. Well, actually, no, all of this looks the same. There's the village again. I never truly left the village, did I? I jumped right into that. Oh. This is where their bell is. Well, emergencies aren't real. You guys don't need this. Alright. These guys don't need stuff. Silly. They don't need a single thing. If I could find that waystone, that would actually be excellent. I'd be having the best time of my life. If I don't find it, I may actually starve to death before anything. Ooh, carpet. I'm also going to steal this fletching table. I just want to finish the walls of this house, or else I'm not gonna cry, but I might consider it. It would be under heavy consideration. It's entirely possible I would cry, but we won't know until we know. I just gotta finish. I gotta finish this. I have to at least finish the walls. Who would I be if I didn't? I don't think I would be me. I could go out and get cobblestone, or I could just avoid it until it becomes a necessity. I'm very skilled in doing that. Ah. Oh. I think tabbing out of the game for a second was a mistake. Because now I don't think things look too great. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure this is in shambles now. What is going on? It's back. Oh. Well, that was interesting. Oh, it crashed. I feel like that was some sort of sign. But signs mean nothing to me. I am not stopping until all of that glass is placed. I don't care how long it takes. Please, I just want to have Minecraft. I just want to finish the windows. Is that really too much to ask? Gamer. The world is named Gamer because what else would I have named it? I don't have ideas. Ideas aren't real. You can't tell me they are. Because they're not. I just want to be having my best life, finishing these windows. Oh. This doesn't look very good. Oh. How far back am I? Not very. Where did I get... I'm not gonna question... Wait, the bread. All the bread's gone. All of it. There's no more bread. The blocks I placed are still present, but the blocks I had vanished. The bread just it disappeared. It no longer exists. I just wanted to see how long this stream was going on. So I tabbed out, and upon trying to tab back in, the game crashed. It appeared for like 5 seconds, and then it crashed. And now, my stack of bread is gone. It doesn't exist anymore. It just ceased to be. At least the glass is still here. I don't have to get any more sand. But how we got here is actually kind of sad. I'm just glad I didn't pick anything out that was... You know what? I take that back. The armor stands are gone. And the leather boots. They're both gone as well. This whole series of events is just varying degrees of unfortunate. Well, at least the windows are almost done. But at the cost of the armor stands, 2 sets of leather boots. I don't even remember. It wasn't a full stack of bread, but it was enough bread for me to be upset about losing. The bread, it is gone. It just... The most upsetting part of this is not the armor stands, it's not the leather boots, I could not care, but that was a lot of bread. That was a lot of bread that's vanished into thin air. It no longer exists. in this mortal plane. All that I'm left with is the shell of who I once was. The loss of that bread will just be the start of a personal villain arc. That bread meant so much to me. I stole all that bread from those villages just for it to be gone. Just like that. Why? Why was I given false hope like that? That was painful. Here we see the empty slot where the bread once was. I don't like how I'm getting little tiny signs that the game's gonna crash again. Why did I even bother playing this modded if it's just not going to like me? Ugh. Those armor stands. The bread. At least the armor's still here, but the bread, it's gone. I have to stop. I have to stop and mourn my loss. That was such a hit on my mental health and my pride. That bread was a personality trait, and it's gone. A whole chunk of my personality gone, disappeared. I can't